Rehan Stanton worked as a trash collector to pay for college. Now, he's heading off to Harvard Law School.
I just don't think I would have ever had the chance to make it to Harvard Law, so this is just really amazing for me.
The most important one.
Rehan, so good to check in with you here today. Talk about the moment that you realized you'd been admitted.
Literally, like, my whole world stopped. It's like all the sacrifices my dad made, working 3 jobs, suffering a stroke, my brother dropping out of school so I could go to school. My mom left when I was 8. And, my dad ended up losing his job not too long afterwards. And literally, he gave up his entire social life just to give my brother and I everything that he could. Look, I come out of high school. I get denied by every single college that I applied to. So I go work for the sanitation company. And then, I'm over there cleaning dumpsters every day because that was my primary job. I would wake up around 4 a.m. Then I would clean dumpsters. And I'll do that till about 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., depending on the day. I'll go to school, finish school, go back to cleaning dumpsters, or I'll go and haul trash if they missed the route and needed extra hands. And then I would go from there to the library or my room to study, depending how tired I was. I want to say it was hard to some degree, but at the same time, I was so motivated to make my dad proud, make sure that sacrifice wasn't in vain, that it didn't feel that bad in the moment.
Yeah, and talk about just the challenge. I tried to take the LSAT and got creamed on it. I went to Harvard undergrad, but there's no way I could go to Harvard Law School.
Literally, the only reason why I got through was because I had a supportive system behind me. All of the people I worked with were formerly incarcerated, and also sanitation workers. They were the first people to ever really come around me as a community and say, hey, why are you here? Go strive for something better.
That's amazing that your coworkers rallied behind you saying, hey, you can make steps. What's your advice to so many right now who are out of work and looking for their next thing?
I mean, my dad always just told me life isn't going to be fair to anybody, but you can choose to be miserable and stay still, or you can be miserable and fight for a better tomorrow. To keep it pushing and even look for support, even in the place that you may not think it's at, because you're never alone and you just got to keep moving. And I promise you things will fall into place.
And what was the reaction of all those people who are around you for this?
The people who I used to work with, they jumped for joy. When I think back about the people who helped me along this way, everyone keeps saying, how I made it into Harvard. Matter of fact, some people call me self-made. However, I think that's so foolish because I don't feel as though I made it to Harvard. I feel as though we made it to Harvard because all of my accomplishments are an extension of the investment they put into me, and that's something I couldn't pay back in 10 lifetimes.